Hi. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Today is March 25th, and up on the screen you see what we're doing. It's a little bit more today. You'll be reading pages 5 to 7, trying to keep it short for you, reviewing characters in the setting, identifying the inciting incident, and then identifying the Song of Evil. My office hours are 9:30 a.m. to 11:30. I'm going to fix this right now. a.m. And again, you can post in the document if you have questions. Don't forget to add me on Words with Friends. I'm sure some of you have already added me. It's actually Sunday right now, so the only person who's added me is Lindsay, and obviously I'm still playing Ella. So anyway, let's get right to it because today I do want to review with you. Today's timeline, the video will be a little bit longer, about 8 minutes, and we'll be reviewing pages 1 through 4. 5 minutes of some new information. It probably won't even be 5. Student activity work time, probably maybe 10 to 15, probably 10 minutes. Checking for learning is some multiple choice questions today, and then practice. Teacher message is right now, so it's not in there yet, but it will be. So reviewing pages 1 through 4. In the beginning of every book or story we read, we get introduced to the characters. So Kino is our main character, and even though this is third-person point of view, meaning he is not referring to himself as I, he's called Kino, the narrator is outside the story, we do get his thoughts and feelings. And one of the things that we learn about is that he values the song of the family. So what I did was I pulled out a couple passages to talk with you about. This was an activity you had in yesterday's lesson. So he gets up in the morning and he goes out and he sits and he watches the sunrise. And starting right here, it says, Kino heard the little splash of the morning waves. He's sitting on this beach. You can only imagine that it is very relaxing and calming with the sounds of the waves if you've ever been on the beach. And he says that he closes his eyes and he listens to his music. This isn't real music. He doesn't have like YouTube playing. He is listening to the sounds of nature and the sounds of Juana inside, and maybe even Coyotito making some sounds. And he thinks about how his people, so these are the indigenous peoples or the native peoples, that they had made these songs, and they no longer do that. So it kind of alludes to the idea that that tradition has passed and they're no longer making these songs. Those traditions aren't there in the making of the songs, but they still have the songs, and he knows them. And he says that doesn't mean that there's no personal songs. So he and his wife and his child, he may have his own songs that he makes, even though his peoples don't have songs. And he says that he's got his own song, and he calls the song of the family. And that's all right here that I was reviewing, okay? If you need to pause this video to read that, you can, just to make sure that you are going back to it. This idea of the song of the family is important. It's really a part of what Kino values. Now on the next page, the next side, it talks about, when he talks a little bit more about the song, the family song. And here he's talking about hearing Juana taking Coyotito out of the box, and Juana is singing to Coyotito, and he says that this is the song of the family too. It's not just all the nature songs. And he says that it rises to this chord in his throat and it catches there. And we can tell that this is very emotional for him, this feeling, and it makes him feel complete, and it's safe and it's warm, and it's this feeling of comfort. So his family is everything to him, and we can tell that through his description of the family song. He also follows it up, and I put this below. This doesn't have to do with the song of the family, but it is part of his routine in the morning. He says it was a morning like other mornings, and yet it's perfect. So we see that he's got this routine every day he wakes up, and it is something that he knows. It's part of his daily habits, and it is perfect. He doesn't need anything extra. Just having his family there and having all of the nature around him and this routine to him is perfect. So in connecting that with ourselves, I drew a mind map, which you will be doing, the song of my family. And some of you may also just think of this as what gives you comfort. It doesn't have to be your family that gives you comfort. Maybe you find comfort in other things and not your family. So these are some of the things that my family does that does give me comfort, and it makes me feel safe, and it kind of gives me like that whole feeling like this is Kino's world, this is my world. And I mentioned some of the things here that you can see. Baking and cooking together, taste testing the food is one of my favorites. Listening to music and teaching my children as I'm baking or cooking. Reading together when we're all snuggled up. Our crafts, our activities. For example, making bracelets and playing board games or card games, or even games on the computer like Words with Friends with Ella or Maddie, my other daughter, or my little kids. We're all playing. So those are the things that give me comfort. So what you will do is go to the next slide and go ahead and fill in or draw what gives you comfort. I don't know, but I'm making a video right now. So this is real. This is live. You just saw somebody's at our door. Okay, moving on. So I'd like you to draw what gives you comfort. It can be the things you do with the family, or it can be something that is just hobbies or activities that you do that make you feel calm and make you feel like peaceful, okay? Which is kind of an irony because this place that he lives is called La Paz, which means peace in Spanish. All right, when you are done with that, you'll go ahead and take a look at the next slide. I connected a video to it. What is an inciting incident? At the beginning of every single book or story we read that is a story or fiction, there will be a problem that's introduced. Okay, this will be the beginning of the entire conflict. We see it right here. It's called the inciting incident. Okay, so watch that video through 6 minutes. I put a quote here for you. The inciting incident is how you get characters to do something. It's the doorway through which they can't return. You know, the story takes care of the rest. So the inciting incident is where the problem starts. That's going to happen today. It always happens right away within the first, I would say, 10 to 30 pages, depending on how long the book is. And here's a definition over here of inciting incident. So go ahead and watch that video. And then you will be going ahead and reading this. This is another quick review for you beyond what I just reviewed. And then there's your work time today, reading pages 4 to 7. You'll start at the bottom from where you left off yesterday. If you were listening to the audio, that's 7:54. I put that there for you. You'll end today at 14:08. You'll go right to the bottom of page 7 today. And you'll be thinking about what causes the conflict of the novel, okay? And then after that, I'd like you to watch a quick video. This video is the inciting incident of the book. There's your check for learning today. It's answering 10 multiple choice questions. You'll get your grade right away. And then some practice is just a review on Quizlet. And then there are your resources. Again, the audiobook, which I did also link again to the picture in slide 9. I'll click back there. So I did link that, but the audiobook's at the end, and then the PDF version of the book's at the end, but I also linked it here for you. Okay, so make sure you also add me on Words with Friends if you haven't already, or you should be playing each other. You're going to see something going in tomorrow to start to see who is playing whom in Words with Friends. I hope that you are enjoying these lessons, okay? And I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody. Happy Wednesday.